everyone talks about weight loss on the carnivore diet, but no one's talking about what it does to your energy, sleep, and focus. I've never felt this sharp in my life, and it started when I stopped eating plants. Before carnivore, first of all, I started carnivore about a little over 3 years ago. And before doing the carnivore diet, my energy was really bad. I just wanted to sit on a couch, lay around, watch TV, whatever it was, not really do anything, right? Um, the other piece of this is sleep. My sleeping was horrible. Now, I did have back problems, and I'd have problems with my back and my hips where I just couldn't sleep very long at night, but I'd toss and turn a lot. I'd sleep in bed for maybe an hour or two. Then I go to the recliner and try and sleep in the recliner the rest of the night. And I just didn't sleep very well. There were many times that it was just hit or miss. I'd sleep for an hour or so, wake up, that type of thing, and just not do very well with sleep. And my focus really suffered. And I think that sleep has a lot to do with that as well. But I wasn't very I wasn't able to focus so much on like one task that I was doing, right? And I would feel a lot of different things coming at me, and like the stresses of different things and the pressure to get things done, and like at work and so forth, right? And I didn't feel like I was really thinking clearly all the time. Like if I had some kind of decision I had to make, I was very it was very hard for me to make that decision. I would keep going back and forth and be thinking like, boy, I don't know what I want to do, that kind of thing. Um, and same thing, I had a YouTube channel before. This is before carnivore, and it was more sports related, and I struggled with what I would do for videos. I'd sit there and I'd be like, my mind's blank. I can't think of what I should do for the next video. So I had all three of those things: energy, sleep, and focus were really problems for me. Now, fairly shortly after going on the carnivore diet, my energy started to increase. It wasn't like it was a really big increase right off the bat, but I did notice that I felt better. I had more energy to do things. And then over time, over the next several months, I really got to the point of where I wanted to go out and start doing things. Like I remember one of the first times that we were sitting there, my wife and I said to her, well, let's go out and do something. Do you want to go shopping or something? And she just looked at me like, you never want to do anything. But, my whole attitude, my energy levels were changing. Also, for my entire life, anytime I went shopping with my wife, within like probably the first 30, 60 minutes, I was like completely bored of it, tired, didn't want to keep doing it. And there's been several times that I've gone out shopping with her in the last 3 years here that we've been out like pretty much hours at a time, 2, 3, 4 hours. And I didn't seem to be bothered by it, complain or anything, and seemed okay. The energy level was still there. I didn't feel tired, that kind of thing. All right, so let's talk about sleep. How did my sleep change? Well, one of the biggest things for me probably was within the first couple of weeks, I was able to sleep in bed all night, and I wasn't noticing pain anymore in my hips and my back. So that was huge for my sleep right off the bat. But also, I was just sleeping soundly. I wasn't tossing and turning as much. I would sleep throughout the night. Before, like I would get up, I'd go to the bathroom a few times a day or a few times at night. And if it happens at night now, it's like once. Um, and then the other piece of that with the sleep is that I would not snore anymore. Like before carnivore, I was snoring quite a bit, quite loudly. And actually, within a couple of weeks, my wife was like, "You don't snore anymore." So that totally changed things for me. And the sleep, I'm sure, helps with the energy as well. All three of these things, energy, sleep, and focus kind of play together. But the sleep was big, not snoring, sound sleeping, not having the pain, all of that helped me to get a good probably 7 to 8, sometimes 9 hours of sleep every night. And I'm now over 3 years on a carnivore diet, and I'm still doing the same thing. Most of the time, it's probably a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and I sleep very soundly. I don't really wake up for different issues and so forth, and I feel really good with it. So sleep has been really good. Okay, focus. Now, focus is just a huge thing here. Um, the clarity and focus and everything has been really, really good. You know, it it's hard to really describe some of it, but I just feel that it's easier to reason and think things through and so forth, right? I don't have that brain fog that like keeps me from being able to come up with decisions and new ideas and stuff like that. Like I'm able to come up with different ideas for the videos that I put out, which are now basically all carnivore based. But I do a good job there. And like on Facebook, I put a lot of posts out, a lot of motivational posts, and I come up with some really good ideas there, I think. And it's not like I'm sitting there and I'm like, boy, I just can't think, like, I got brain block or something. What do I want to post? That doesn't happen to me anymore. um the focus is really good, and I feel like I've gotten better at reasoning. You look at like online tests they have, like for different cognitive type of stuff, things. I have done really well and improved over the last couple years on those cognitive tests anytime that I take them. Just showing again, like the focus is there. I can concentrate and focus on the different projects at work and so forth, and I do a really, really good job at those things. So, why is it that most people don't talk about these three things? I don't know, but I think it's because most people want to hear about weight loss. Most people are thinking, like, I'm looking at this diet or that diet because I want to lose weight. And so a lot of influencers are going to focus on big things like losing weight or huge health improvements. Not so much like things like your sleep, your focus, and your energy, right? So you'll hear a little bit about it, but you don't hear a lot of focus on it. Things like mental health, which kind of goes a bit with, I guess, your focus, but those are things that you'll hear people talk about. But at the same time, how do you measure that, right? So it's harder to really talk about the benefits of those types of things, the benefit of energy that you have, and how you're sleeping better. It's harder to measure some of those things. And I think that's why maybe you don't get as many people talking about these things as probably should. So that's why I want to do a video about this today. Now, if you've been on the fence about carnivore, stop thinking about it as a diet and start thinking of it as an upgrade for your body and your mind. Have you noticed changes in your sleep or focus since going on the carnivore diet? Drop a message below. Also, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to this channel, and you'll hit the notification button, all that stuff, and you'll get all my videos. I come out with new videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I also have a live stream on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central time, with Johnny from the Carnivore Champion channel, and we do that live stream every Wednesday evening.